Anglican Church, Arthurstown. Long Island. First Assemblies Discipleship Center, Salpon, Community Center in Clarencetown, Holy Cross Anglican Church, Hamilton's, Holy Family Anglican Church, Mortimer's, Salem Baptist Church in Millers, Seymour's Gospel Church in Seymour's, St. Athanasius in Dedminski, St. Paul's Anglican Parish, Clarencetown. In Rumpke, the Rumpke All-Aid School. And San Salvador, the Gerace Research Center, United States, Idell Jones Community Hall, Coburn Town, St. Stephen's Native Baptist Church, Coburn Town, and St. Peter's Native Baptist Church, Long Bay.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. The Ministry of Education moves to strengthen special education with plans to expand training for educators. Also, a Bimenite mourns the loss of his teenage son after his body is recovered from a Michigan lake. On more days without power for Grand Key residents, BPL's area manager explains the latest setback.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, the Ministry of Education is moving to strengthen the number of trained special educators available in the classroom. Education Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, says the government is working with the University of the Bahamas to expand training ahead of the new school year.
Special education is going to be a focus this year, as it has been before, but we're bringing renewed energy to it, and therefore we are required also to recruit special education teachers. We've asked the University of the Bahamas to partner with us to ensure that we train, we upskill at least 75 teachers in the field of special education.
Officials say that strategy extends beyond local recruitment, with the ministry looking overseas to build a longer-term pipeline of qualified educators by establishing partnerships with universities in Florida as it works to address staffing demands across the education system.
We have an MOU with Barry University. We're entering an MOU with FMU in Florida to ensure that we are producing the quantity and the quality of teachers that we need for special ed, as well as the other disciplines.
Well, special education is not the only area where officials are calling for greater awareness. In the workplace, labor officials say knowing your rights and your responsibilities can help keep disputes from getting out of hand. Our Matthew Monemboro has more in this report.
As the workforce continues to expand, particularly among small businesses, the Department of Labor is seeing an increase in disputes between employers and employees. Executive Manager in the Ministry of Labor, Quentin Leroda, says his research indicates that a lack of legal knowledge is a major contributing factor.
It's a lack of education and knowledge on both sides. A lot of, particularly with smaller businesses that don't have HR departments, a guy would get some money and say, well, I can open a bar, I can open a restaurant. And they never pick up the Employment Act and read what the rights of the workers are. They just think, I can run this by my personality, this is my business, I pay for this, and this is going to happen. No, you need to consult with the Employment Act. If you're not sure how you're supposed to treat your employees, you could get the Labor Department, you could speak with an attorney, you could speak with a labor advocate.
He adds that employees must also do their due diligence, not only when it comes to knowing their rights, but also understanding their responsibilities in the workplace.
The workers need to also be educated so that they are aware of their rights, what they're entitled to, but not only their rights, but also their obligations. Workers and unions focus a lot on the rights of the workers, which is good. That's my background. And so I know how important that is. But also, each worker has an obligation. Each has a job description and has a contribution to make and has a degree of productivity that is required for that company to be a success.
Additionally, LaRota says that allowing concerns to escalate uncontrollably can impact not only the parties involved, but also the broader productive, local and international environment.
We need to have a country that's orderly, as safe as possible. We rely on investments internationally and locally, and that needs to happen in an environment that's well ordered where the mechanisms that are in place to resolve the issues are engaged.
LaRota says maintaining calm, informed dialogue and understanding the legal process can help both sides reach a smoother resolution.
Well, I've always said, if people are sincere in their wanting to resolve issues and they don't have any ulterior motives, you can sit down with reasonable people and always come to a good conclusion based on law.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
From workplace concerns to a family's devastating loss, a Bahamian father is mourning the death of his teenage son following a drowning in Michigan. On Wednesday, the teen went missing while swimming in a lake. Earlier today, his father received the devastating news that his son's body had been recovered from the water. Ramiko Knowles reports.
It's any parent's worst nightmare.
Bahamian father Audley Dean is heartbroken over the tragic loss of his 15-year-old son, Caden Dean Smith, who lived in the United States with his mother. Dean says on Wednesday, August 12, Caden, who loved to swim, went to a lake with family, but the outing quickly turned into a nightmare.
The mom, she told me they were having a family gathering. From what she saw, he went to a little small island to swim with his family and his cousins. I guess on the way back, he got into some troubled current, I guess. He shouted for help and everybody, they all couldn't get to him in time, I guess. She saw him going down, but she went down behind him like she didn't see him, so they called 911.
After initial efforts to locate the teen were unsuccessful, Michigan State Police were called in to assist with the search. 2 days later, on Friday morning, Dean received the news he had been dreading. His son's body had been recovered from the water.
His uncle and his mother identified him, and his body's been found now.
Dean remembers Caden as a strong athlete who loved the water. Now he's holding on to the memories of the time they shared together.
He just was home in Bimini with me last year. We tried to make it annual thing to get him home to Bimini as much as possible. Everybody is in shock right now. But my family now and we now have closure to this situation, because for the last 48 hours, everybody was just basically only gaining information by news and by communication with his mom.
Caden was the youngest of Dean's 4 children, and as the family now comes to terms with his death, Dean says the pain of losing a child is something he would never wish on another parent.
It's a hard thing. A lot of parents you got your children, you gotta hold on to their memories, hold on to those kids.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
Certainly sad news there. Well, that tragedy also underscores the importance of water safety. Here at home, Grand Bahama Health Services is reminding families that drowning can happen quickly, quietly, and in places many may not expect. Sherelle Dames has the details in this report.
For Grand Bahama Health Services, the message is simple. Drowning is often fast and silent, but it is preventable. Through its Water Safety Starts With You campaign, Awareness Committee member Dr. Rebecca Mader says even something as ordinary as a bucket of mopping water can pose a serious drowning risk.
Sometimes we take for granted small areas where water can be accumulated. So buckets around the yard, little puddles of water, hot tubs for sure. We need to be aware that a person can drown in as little as 1 inch of water.
Officials say prevention begins even before entering the water. The Health Services campaign highlights 6 key safeguards, including constant supervision, learning to swim, wearing a life jacket, making home pools safer, learning CPR, and swimming smart, all aimed at making water safety a priority.
For those who have private pools at home, we encourage to actually have a 4-sided fence around. Our kids are very busy. Sometimes they run outside unbeknownst to us and just run into the pool. You want to be in arm's length of these persons who are not able to swim, especially our kids, and make sure that life jackets are always present. As it relates to beach parties, there might be jet skis, there might be boaters out there, and you want to ensure that you have life vests. And like I said, supervision is key.
Now, Dr. Mader says water safety has no age limit and encourages adults to be mindful when involved in water-related activities.
Of course, we want to start swimming lessons as early as possible, but if you're an adult and you know that you cannot swim, please get enrolled into swimming lessons. Another thing for our adults, even if they're supervisors, everyone needs to learn CPR. You might be in a situation where you can assist someone or you can save a life just by knowing basic CPR.
And whether swimming, boating, fishing, or just enjoying water sports, health officials say the goal is not to discourage the fun, but to make sure everyone gets home safely.
Learn how to swim, learn CPR, always have life jackets present.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Residents of Grand Key continue to face power challenges despite recent efforts to restore stable electricity to the community. The regional manager is providing an update on restoration efforts in this report. After some time without reliable electricity, residents of Little Grand Key finally saw the power restored, but that relief was short-lived. The island is once again without electricity, raising fresh questions about the reliability of Bahamas Power and Light's temporary power solution. The power outages have left residents of Little Grand Key dealing with more than just the inconvenience of losing electricity. For some, the outages have also meant additional expenses. Now, our ZNS News team reached out to Northern Regional Manager of BPL, Marvin Green, who explains that BPL was initially waiting for barging to become available, resulting in several days of delays. The company eventually turned to a generator at its Moores Island station, which was transported to Little Grand Key.
It was actively in service in Moores Island. We disconnected the generator once we knew that the barge was coming in, so it was fully operational. But once we got it there, and the customers came on for a short while, it was evident that there was some damage to the machine en route.
Green says the damage appears to have occurred during the transportation process, possibly while the generator was being loaded or unloaded. Now, with that unit out of service, BPL then worked with a vendor to secure a rental generator. He says that unit had been operating for another customer on Walker's Key, but was eventually made available to Little Grand Key.
We were able to secure it, and once the rental contract was finalized, that machine was put into service, where it has been supplying the entire of Little Grand Key for the last couple of days.
But that temporary solution also failed. He says the rental generator suffered a mechanical failure Thursday. With no workshop nearby, the service provider dispatched technicians to assess the unit yesterday. That assessment determining that the failure was significant and could not be repaired on Walker's Key.
So they have to remove that unit and replace it with a new one. That is now in progress. We don't have a timeline, but they have assured us that they are in motion to get a new unit there right away. And we're hoping that this can take place in the next 24 hours.
Up to news time, Green says efforts were underway to restore power as quickly as possible, but residents were still waiting for a firm timeline for full restoration.
We will reach out to the service provider who will confirm, and we'll update the residents as soon as we have that information.
And still to come,
People, not pets, are the problem. Those remarks from Executive Director of the Humane Society of Grand Bahama as concerns grow over stray dogs and animal attacks. We'll have that story, sports, and more when we come back.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization, so if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Dog attacks across the country has fueled weeks of discussion about responsible pet ownership. Now the Bahamas Humane Society of Grand Bahama is weighing in, saying the problem is the result of decades of neglect and a lack of accountability.
This issue is not a dog problem, it's a people problem.
It is an issue that has plagued Grand Bahama for quite some time, according to Executive Director of the Humane Society of Grand Bahama, Elizabeth Burrows. With reports in dog attacks continuing, she says this issue serves as a constant reminder of the need for responsible pet owners. She says that the Humane Society's role is to educate the public on their responsibilities as pet owners and who must face consequences if something goes wrong.
The Humane Society is not a law enforcement agency, so our role is more one of education and providing shelter for animals that need sheltering. The law enforcement authority belongs with the government agencies. Everybody should put pressure on their government representatives to start taking this problem seriously. People need to be held accountable for their dogs roaming, for their dogs injuring people.
The executive director attributes most dog attacks and the growing number of strays to several key factors.
We have too many dogs running loose because pet owners don't have fences, don't have them secured. We have too many people breeding dogs all over the place, not checking for where their puppies are going or how they're being taken care of, people breeding just for money. And this is all of what you're seeing now is the chickens coming home to roost.
And with backyard dog breeding becoming increasingly common on Grand Bahama, Burrows says authorities must take a more proactive approach to prevent overpopulation.
Breeding, there's laws on the books trying to get all of that enforced and get it enacted where it will actually take effect. needs to happen yesterday. Where breeders have to be licensed, inspected, etc. I mean, personally, I would like to just see no breeding for the next few years, try to get this under control. We don't need any more dogs in this country. We can't find homes for all the ones we have now, including purebred dogs that end up in our shelters.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Charlia Jones.
A 7-day tent crusade is set to begin Monday at the Harbor West Shopping Plaza as Pastor Ricardo Grant and Lady Charlene Grant look to bring a message of faith, hope, and outreach to the community.
We are going to be moving throughout the District of West Grand Bahama with our evangelistic team, knocking on doors and sharing the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ and witnessing and ministering to those persons that we cross paths with.
Sessions will be held nightly at 7 p.m. from Monday through Friday, with a special movie night set for Saturday at 7:30. Other pastors involved in the crusade say the collaboration is important as they encourage members of the community to come out, whether they are seeking support for physical, mental, or spiritual needs.
This is exciting because we get the opportunity to not only join hands and hearts as churches, but to move as one collective unit to see that the expansion of the kingdom of God happens the way Christ has intended for the church to move.
Don't limit yourself to one night.
Exactly.
Make it your passion, your agenda to come out and be a part of this epic and those soul-stirring time of gathering right here in 8 Mile Rock.
And that is a look at stories making news. Shane, we turn things over to you. What's happening in sports?
Well, Raven, the Bahamas Elite Physique Championships are set for this Saturday, and one first-time competitor says he's ready to steal the show.
Most definitely. Thank you for that, Shane. Well, don't go away. Sports comes your way next, right after the break.
Starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody does it better.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Let's keep it clean. Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. No. Yeah, just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Just put it in the trash, my guy.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Put it in the trash. Put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Put it in the trash. Just put it in the trash. That's it, that's it. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not in the street. Just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah, just put it in the trash, my guy. Yeah, we just gotta keep Grand Bahama clean.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Cave, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. The Bahamas Elite Physique Championships kick off this Saturday over in New Providence. And making his first appearance on stage will be LeVar Storr, who looks forward to getting the novice experience.
I feel like I'm going to get a good experience, being on the stage and all that. I know it can be a little nerve-wracking, but I have in my mind that nothing wrong with trying new stuff. And it might be an opportunity for me to do something better. I just need to work on my confidence now. It's mainly confidence. I'm getting the stuff down box so I can be mentally prepared.
He's been working closely with veteran bodybuilder Andrew Sweeting, who sees a lot of potential in the novice and is aiming to pour in all the knowledge possible to push him forward in the sport.
I know he has great potential in the sport, so I get view it and see it. So I know this coming in as a first novice, I'm sure he's going to do good. So I want to pass the torch to all the others out there. So men's physique or bodybuilding.
A lot of inspiration telling me, not to get a little cold feet and learn the physical part of it. With my own workouts, I ain't never been a sore outside. What's with them? So that's how I know it working. They say no pain, no gain. By getting that pain, so far I've been all right.
The show takes center stage at the University of the Bahamas in New Providence this Saturday at 7. Next up, at just 10 years old, the Mako aquatic swimmer Nyla Benaby used her competitive knowledge to give back and teach her peers the importance of water safety recently to close out the YMCA summer camp.
I feel good about my presentation, and I feel like the other kids will understand it too. What I would suggest you to do is always have fun around the pool. You could always have fun, and I would always suggest you to always just be careful around the water and make sure that you're safe.
To stay calm, first of all, that's one of the techniques. Secondly, float. So try to get to your back, starfish or however, so you can breathe, and that saves energy. Call for help. So even though it may be exhausting, it may be that you can't get out, but at least say help so that someone can see you, move towards a wall, something to float, a tree branch, or the shoreline. Those are 4 techniques I would suggest.
And over on the soccer pitch, Grand Bahama native and goalkeeper Hassan Mitchell is enlisted to the national team roster set to compete at the Caribbean Football Union Series over in the Dominican Republic. The series kicks off August 16th to the 23rd, and the under-14 team will compete in Tier 2 Group C. Their first contest will be versus Anguilla on Saturday at 10 a.m., with matches against Montserrat and Guyana to follow on August 17th and 19th. And that's my time, everyone. But your local forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs. Have a great weekend.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
This is where it happens. Those moments that impact our lives. Giving you the information that you need this hurricane season. Wherever there is news, we're there.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
I am ready.
I am ready. I am ready.
Ready or not, it's here. That's right, the biggest gospel show with me, Uncle T Baby Boy, on 8:10 a.m. That's right, interviews, greatest songs, praise and worship. It's going to be exciting. We're going to take the Bahamas to the world and bring the world to the Bahamas.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Your number 1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis.
And I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
Here is the Disaster Risk Management Authority's official 2026 emergency shelter listing for the Northwest Bahamas for Abaco, Andros, the Berry Islands, Bimini, Grand Bahama, Eleuthera, and New Providence. The Berry Islands, Church of God of Prophecy, Great Harbor Key, David A. Dean Community Center, Bullocks Harbor. In Bimini, Gateway Gymnasium, Baileytown, Louise McDonald High School, Allistown, Urban Renewal Building, Special Needs Shelter in Allistown. Eleuthera, Wesley Methodist Church Hall, Palmetto Point, Church of the Nazarene, Palmetto Point, the Salvation Army, Palmetto Point, Emily G. Petty Primary School, Governors Harbor, George E. Johnson Memorial Center, Hatchet Bay, Bahamas Methodist Habitat, Camp Simonet, James Sister, Charles Wesley Methodist Church, Lower Bogue, Mission Church of God, Upper Bogue, The Current Community Center, The Current, Haitian Baptist People Church, The Bluff, Zion Methodist Church, Current Island, New Jerusalem Church in Blackwood, Sir George Roberts Public Library, Harbor Island, Lighthouse Church of God, Harbor Island, New Alliance Church of God, Harbor Island, Wesley Methodist Church, Harbor Island, Church of God of Prophecy, Tarpon Bay, Deep Creek Primary School, Deep Creek, Green Castle Primary School, Green Castle, Whimsy-Spite Primary School and Whimsy-Spite, and the Frederick G. Guild Complex, Rock Sound.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the death of an infant sparking an intense police investigation. Hear the National Security Minister's appeal on the matter. Plus, landing gear problems rectified by Bahamas Air officials as safety remains a top priority. And good news from the union representing education managers after a productive meeting with the education minister. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, I'm Ianthea Ferguson in tonight for Makush Lapinda. Welcome to the broadcast. An intense investigation continues tonight into the death of a 10-month-old girl who was brought to hospital unresponsive early this morning. Investigators say a man reported driving along Prince Charles Drive with his girlfriend's infant daughter unrestrained in the front seat of a car. According to police, the driver claimed he swerved to avoid another vehicle, causing the child to fall to the floor. The baby was later taken to her mother in Nassau Village, where police say she was fed before showing signs of distress. The baby was then rushed to hospital but was pronounced dead at 4:16 this morning. The case has also generated widespread public reaction, but National Security Minister the Honorable Miles Larota is urging Bahamians not to rush to judgment as police work to determine exactly what happened.
There is always that possibility that may be the case, but again, you know, as an attorney of going on 20 years, you don't want to speculate. Let the investigation lead to where the facts are, and then we could go from there.
Meantime, gun violence remains a concern as daily police reports remain riddled with incidents of homicides and armed robberies. This much coming from National Security Minister Mr. Larota as the murder count nears 50 for the year.
Violence is a concern for the commissioner, the police force, and myself. The police try to provide interventions, whether it be from intelligence, but also sensitizing the public also to this pervasive gun culture that is out there. We encourage our youth, in particular the young men, to seek other avenues in dispute resolution.
Well, the Department of Social Services is stepping into a new chapter with the opening of a newly renovated outreach center on Horseshoe Drive. The Oaksfield facility will house several key units focused on supporting vulnerable Bahamians. Aaliyah Cooper has more on this.
The Department of Social Services has a newly renovated home on Horseshoe Drive, a 16,469 square foot facility designed to bring several important services under one roof. The building will house the Department of Gender and Family Affairs, the Temporary Shelter Unit, and the Protection Against Violence Commission. At Friday morning's ribbon-cutting ceremony, Social Services Minister Senator the Honorable Barbara Cartwright describes the journey to opening the facility was deliberate.
We have reviewed, reassessed, reorganized, and retrained our staff in preparation for this day and this time. Taking social services to the next level means improving lives, improving our communities, and empowering our vulnerable population.
We have a responsibility to show up, and we have a responsibility to show up and show up well. Today's commissioning reflects the kind of community-centered Bahamas that we are continuing to build.
On hand for the ribbon-cutting ceremony, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis also points to continued government investment in social services programs.
Every Bahamian who comes through these doors deserves to leave knowing that they were seen, that they were heard, and that they were treated with dignity. Whatever their story, whatever the circumstances, nothing matters more than that. So let this be more than a building made new. Let it be renewed in spirit, renewed in purpose, and renewed in the way we regard the people we are called to serve.
With more than 4,000 people depending on the services provided there, social services officials say the new Horseshoe Drive facility is intended to provide a more coordinated, accessible, and dignified experience for those seeking assistance. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, thanks so much for that, Leah. Those 10 lives lost during that fatal plane crash on Independence Day being honored tonight during a memorial service at Bahamas Faith Ministries on Carmichael Road. Lloyd Allen joins us now with a preview. Good evening, Lloyd.
On a sad day, July 10th this year, as 10 lives were lost on a plane crash that happened in North Andros. But tonight, here at Bahamas Faith Ministries, a memorial being organized and held in their honor. Pastor Mario Moxie, who is president of the Bahamas Christian Council, is chairing this event along with the government. Pastor Moxie, tell us about what tonight is going to look like.
Tonight is all about paying tribute to the fallen 10, those individuals that lost their lives on the Independence Day plane crash in North Andros. We want to pause. I think it's important for us as a country not to just continue to go through this and not experience the emotions of it. The entire nation, as you know, is grieving, and I think it's important for church leadership as well as the government to pause and reflect and honor the names and the lives of those individuals, because behind every name there's a family, and there are families in this country tonight that are grieving beyond anything you could ever imagine. To this day, they still don't have the bodies of their loved ones. Of course, it's taking time for that to happen because DNA takes time, but they're grieving and they're hurting in very deep ways, and we want them to know that we stand with them. So behind every name there's a family. Behind every photo that you see there's a story, and these are one of the most incredible stories ever. A lot of these individuals started from nothing and made something of their lives. They're contributing. They contributed to society and to nation development. So it's important for us to reflect upon that. It's important for us to pause and just give God thanks for their lives, although for some of them it was very short.
Now, as we wrap up here, one of those things that you shared with me earlier is a part of the service tonight is to show videos of portions of each of those lives, 10 individuals. And finally, if you can share a message to their family who are attending tonight, or even those who are attending through video, what would you say to them?
I would tell them, don't lose hope. We can't explain why these things happen, why this accident happened, but not to lose hope in what God is doing in our nation, not to lose hope in your faith in God. God is still the anchor. We still need him to get through every single day. And so we may not know the answers why, but we can still have that confidence that he'll lead us through this, the most difficult time in your life. He'll be able to lead you through this.
Well, of course, much more will be said over the course of the evening. We'll have more on this story in a later newscast. Reporting here from Bahamas Faith Ministries. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. In other news tonight, Bahamas Air verifying in a statement today that all passengers and crew are safe following a landing gear issue aboard a flight traveling from Marsh Harbor to Nassau this morning. According to the national flag carrier, Flight 136 developed a problem with its primary landing gear while approaching Nassau. The flight crew then activated the aircraft's alternative landing gear system, which Bahamas Air says operated and designed as allowed the plane to land safely. Authorities were notified and emergency response protocols activated as a precaution, but emergency personnel were ultimately not required. Bahamas Air says the aircraft has since been repaired and returned to service. The national airline assures the safety of its passengers and crew remains its highest priority. Well, coming up, we have an update on bridge repair in North Andros. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Summer, hot sun, people coming over, and nobody feeling like cooking. This summer, wait for the sign. Presenting KFC Summer Bucket, the official meal of the summer.
KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Back into school.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Adidas Mall at Marathon. Adidas, you got this.
You're looking at a shot of the Ministry of Education's University Boulevard headquarters. That shot courtesy of our former drone pilot, Kyson Miller. Well, speaking of education, as after weeks of agitating, officials of the Bahamas Educators Managerial Union met with the Minister of Education, Science and Technology Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, yesterday. BEMU President Stephen McPhee informing ZNS News that the Education Minister committed to resolving the union's outstanding matters and strengthening the consultative relationship between the union and the ministry.
It was agreed that a date would be set for the meeting that was requested by the union with the minister and his team and the executive team of BAMU. The minister would have asked the president to submit the outstanding promotion matters that is causing serious challenges, not only for the members, but also for the employer, as a number of schools are expected to open. And it will be a challenge if they are not properly staffed, not only with teachers, but managers and supervisors.
Well, tensions mounting within the Bahamas Public Service Union. Some executives are openly challenging President Kingsley Ferguson for reportedly failing to adhere to their constitution. Ferguson says he will not run in the September 30th elections, as executives contend that critical provisions for the election have yet to be put in place. BPSU Vice President Craig Bethel.
We would have had some deaths within our term. We would have had the Secretary General died. We would have had the executive vice president die, and therefore we would have had persons who were appointed. And those appointments, and I go on record, were done without consultation, a broader consultation. There's no document that can be put forward to say that signatures was affixed with these executive officers. So these are the issues that we're talking about, and we're talking about issues whereas procedures were not followed that ought to have been followed.
We made attempts to reach BPSU President Kingsley Ferguson for a comment, but our efforts were unsuccessful up to news time. In other news tonight, with an update, construction crews are continuing work on the Davy Creek Bridge in Low Sound, North Andros. The project, which began following severe deterioration to its timber and concrete superstructure, is the sole means of land transport between two major parts of North Andros. Shamilo Campbell, construction foreman, says deck installation is currently underway, bringing the project another step closer to completion.
Well, so far things are going pretty well, pretty smooth, pretty quickly as well. So far we get good weather to deal with. At the moment, they're about to start the top deck. As you can see, they're setting up forms and they about to start the tamping phase. And we will also bringing in a roller so we can get everything rolled out, tamped well, and so we can start.
A woman accused of a fatal hit and run has been granted $9,000 bail by the courts. A 40-year-old Madeleine Eugene is charged with causing the death of 52-year-old Eumenes Baptiste by running him over with a white van as he walked along Damien Way off Cowpen Road back on July 7th. As a condition of her bail, Eugene has to sign into the Carmichael Road Police Station every week. She's expected to return to court on November 25th for the service of a voluntary bill of indictment papers, which means her case will be forwarded to the Supreme Court for trial. Well, more than $65,000 in grant funding has been awarded to 4 Bahamian entrepreneurs, thanks to OWN Bahamas, placing fresh investment behind local businesses spanning health and wellness, tourism, and culture. Created by IL Cares, OWN is a social responsibility and entrepreneurship initiative built around what officials say is one simple principle. When Bahamian ideas are given the resources to flourish, their impact can reach far beyond the entrepreneur. OWN's Vice President of Marketing Kevin Mackey touted how the program is designed to breathe life into visions waiting to take flight.
What we are investing in is you as individuals, your ideas, your discipline, your willingness to bet on yourself when it would have been easier not to. So take this and go build. Keep building, even when it's slow. Keep learning, even when it's hard. And when you get to where you're trying to go, reach back, hire someone, mentor someone, create the same opportunity for the next person that was given to you.
Well, that was Kenny Mackey. The 4 recipients told stories of businesses born from passion, shaped through sacrifice, and carried forward by the belief that nurturing native soil harvests global success.
I would tell a person who is scared to apply, just do it. You have nothing to lose. It's either yes or no. The fact is that you try, and that's the only way you will succeed. I just want to say thank you to OWN Bahamas from the bottom of my heart.
OWN Bahamas, they saw the vision, they saw what I am attempting to do, and they're going to be there along the way to guide me, and here we are.
When you find a company or a group like this that wants to invest and motivate and encourage entrepreneurs and inspire us, it's important that we support.
Sometimes you have to get over that fear of failing. Sometimes you have those moments, but keep at it, be encouraged, and you'll get there eventually.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
From your first heartbeat.
Thank you, and the little guy's all set.
We've been here for you, by your side.
She's good.
Through every challenge, every milestone.
Smiles, hold it.
The house will be yours someday.
Every triumph.
Maybe hers.
Covering, protecting, securing.
The insurance covered everything?
Here since 1899. Always here. Kalina, caring for you.
Big sandwich.
I really like the honey mustard sauce. And then like the crispy bacon on it as well.
Oh, it's pepper jack cheese. I love the spice. I love the crunch.
I love the original sandwich, but just that simple addition of bacon was like over the top.
The chicken is really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. I'd eat this again.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Let's go.
At Frame Studio, as soon as you enter the door, we showcase any individual that comes in there and make it feel like they are at home. The space itself is 1,800 square foot. Our psych wall, which is industry standard also, is 24 feet wide. You can do anything that you can possibly think of. At Frame Studio, under our theme, Now Create More, we look at Frame Studio as a canvas, and any artist knows a canvas is blank, and then you create whatever you want to do, right? So we have where you could rent tools. We even have workstations that people could rent out. To anyone inspiring to do what I've done, or what my colleagues have done, or any other journey, I would say to you, don't be afraid. The worst someone can actually tell you is no. So if you have a vision, you have an idea, not everyone will get it. But if you believe in your vision, you believe in your idea, I say go wholeheartedly at it.
For more information about the Creative Entrepreneurs Initiative and the Crafting the Bahamas workshops, email info@sbdcbahamas.com or call us at 461-7232.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Sunsea, good friends.
And bold new flavor has arrived in the Bahamas. Introducing the new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger. Spicy jalapenos, cool ranch, fresh Wendy's beef, one perfect balance. This isn't a heat you run from, you enjoy it. Bring the heat. Keep the cool with Wendy's new Jalapeno Ranch Cheeseburger.
Here is the Disaster Risk Management Authority's official 2026 emergency shelter listing for the Southeast Bahamas for Acklins, Crooked Island, Great Inagua, and Mayaguana. Crooked Island, Church of God of Prophecy, Cripple Hill, and Landrell Point Community Center, Landrell Point. In Inagua, St. Philip's Anglican Community Center, Matthewtown, and in Mayaguana, the Mayaguana Comprehensive School in Pirates Well, and Betsy Bay Community Center in Betsy Bay.
Well, Nassau Cruise Port and the Bahamas are both in the running for the top regional honors in the 2026 World Cruise Awards. Nassau Cruise Port has been nominated for the Caribbean's Best Cruise Terminal, while the Bahamas is competing for Caribbean's Best Cruise Destination. The nominations come as Nassau continues to post strong cruise tourism numbers. The port welcomed 6.1 million passengers in 2025 and says it's on track to receive approximately 6.7 million passengers this year. It's also recorded a single-day passenger high of more than 33,000 visitors. Voting for the World Cruise Awards continues through August 21st, with the winners to be announced at an awards ceremony in Jamaica on October 14th. Well, Royston, fancy seeing you from this side of the screen tonight.
Doing an excellent job over
how
there.
Things have changed.
I know, you're doing a fantastic job over there in the Bahamas tonight, National Report. Anthony, I don't know if I can convince you, considering I'm flying solo, to make a special appearance in double duty, because we have a special access now for you tonight. We've got Grill and Chill. So we've got Mikey's Tropical Grill. We've also got Set the Bar, setting the bar very high with some summer drinks. Would that convince you? Would that entice you to come on over?
Royston, the smells alone when they were setting up, I have already made plans to join you over there, so I will see you as soon as I'm done here.
I'll see you in a bit.
We'll stay with us in the Bahamas tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Marco's Pizza. Marco's Pizza. Some never tasted so good. Marco's Summer Party is bringing the fun. Choose 2 large one-topping pizzas with a 2-liter soda for just $34.95. Or grab a big square deal, 1 medium, 1-topping pizzas with boneless wings for just $39.95. Enter to win weekly Baja Bay water passes and your very own Marco's Summer Party pack all summer long. Marco's Pizza. Summer never tasted so good.
Bahamas. Hurricane season is here. Are you ready? The 2026 Atlantic hurricane season officially runs from June 1st through November 30th. 6 months of staying alert and prepared. Storms are named to help meteorologists, emergency officials, and the public communicate clearly and quickly during dangerous weather events. Hurricanes are also measured using the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale, which ranks storms from categories 1 through 5 based on wind speed and potential damage. And did you know, when a hurricane becomes especially deadly or destructive, its name is permanently retired out of respect for the lives and communities affected. Now is the time to prepare your emergency kit with a portable AM/FM radio. Review your family plans and stay connected to trusted weather information. Preparation today can save lives tomorrow. These are the names of the storms for the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo, Hannah, Isaias, Josephine, Kyle, Leah, Marco, Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred. This public service announcement was brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Disaster Risk Management Authority.
Well, that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
This hurricane season, don't wait until a storm is on the way. The time to protect your most valuable assets is today. Talk to us before it's too late. Don't wait till devastation is at your door. We can help you protect your home from all kinds of perils, including hurricanes. In the event a storm is traveling, new policies cannot be issued until after the storm has passed. We're here to help you weather the storm with peace of mind.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the years. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal, at the check-in counter, at security checkpoints, or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
You're watching Access Now. I'm Royston Jones, bringing you the light, easy, breezy news to take you into the weekend. And speaking of, I'm joined by the amazing Diane Dorset. Diane, I know we're looking forward to the weekend weather. I gotta ask you, what are the plans looking like for the weekend?
Well, I have great plans for the weekend because my birthday is coming up.
Very nice.
So I'll be spending the weekend getting everything together before the big day. But before I look ahead to vacation mode, let's take a look at what's happening right here at home. This evening, we continue to monitor 2 tropical waves for possible development. The first is about 350 miles east of the Windward Islands, with now a 10% chance of development and producing strong gusty winds and widespread showers and thunderstorms. The other is just over 1,000 miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands, with 40% chance of development over the next couple of days. If you remember earlier this week, that second system had an 80% chance, but they're both expected to run into some strong upper-level winds and continue to gradually weaken over the next few days. But the chance of showers and thunderstorms is still high as it moves west and into the Bahamas by next week. So stay tuned to your Access Weather Forecast for updates on the tropics. Now, home, our satellite picture shows a few clouds near the northwest Bahamas and some clouds down there approaching the southeast Bahamas in connection with a tropical wave, but everywhere else we've got mostly clear skies. Now, taking a look at our boating forecast, in the northwest Bahamas tonight and tomorrow, we're going to get southeast winds moving at 10 to 15 knots, with seas at 2 to 4 feet, and high tides at 10 o'clock this evening and again at 10:27 in the morning. In the central Bahamas, east to southeast winds moving at 12 to 18 knots, seas at 3 to 6 feet, with a small craft caution still in place. And then in the southeast Bahamas, winds will pick up, moving east to southeast at 15 to 20 knots as a tropical wave moves in. We're going to get seas at 4 to 7 feet, and once again, that caution is still in place. Then on Sunday, in the northwest Bahamas, winds drop, moving light and variable with seas at 1 to 3 feet, a high tide at 11:15 in the morning, followed by a low tide at 5:30 that afternoon. And then as we move on down, in the central Bahamas, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, these are 2 to 4 feet. And finally, in the southeast Bahamas, winds move easterly, dropping at 12 to 18 knots, now 3 to 6 feet seas, and a caution still in place. It's time now for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause I'm 64, this old dog and you be on heat. Yeah, I know that I'm not KB, but baby, I can eat all of me. That's what she calling me. When she rub my head and my belly, she can get all of my money. That's because she's sweeter than mine, no matter say she tastes like honey. Elon Moxie, I catch the crowd, and he the one way is hard to be. That's what she calling me. I's a old man who wants a young girl that can buy all the fancy things. She don't need.
That was your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that wraps up your Access Weather Forecast. But join me again at 11 for a full weather update. Back to you, Royston.
Thanks so much, Dan. I thought you were promising us easy breezy weather, but we've got the heat of 1,000 suns coming up. Happy birthday in advance. A full setup of news tonight. The Royal Bahamas Police Force gearing up to host its career fair tomorrow. Organizers say they'll be recruiting for all specialized units, community policing, and other areas. We've got all those details. And the high school pop-up band takes to the streets, getting exposure in the music industry and bringing the sounds of Bahamian music to visitors and locals. Plus, we introduce you to a 10-year-old author who's already penned 3 books. Stay tuned for an interview with Aaliyah Storr. And of course, we've got your Friday sports report coming up. But first, nothing says summer more like grilled food and a mixed transfusion. Coming up next, we set the bar with tonight's live guests. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight. Access now. Stay with us.
The world's a difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
The only thing hotter than the weather these days are the red-hot, sizzling specials you only find at Super Value and Quality supermarkets. President Whole Milk, 1 liter, $1.89. Captain Crunch cereals, assorted 10 to 12 ounces, $4.39. Fresh limes, 3 for $1.19. Sweet whole watermelons, $7.99 each. Boneless strip steaks, $7.99 per pound. Not at this one or that one. You find real savings at every Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
Welcome back. Summer days are perfect for backyard dinners or backyard parties, your favorite mixed drinks, and friends. So as we get closer to the end of summer, we wanted to throw our own grill right here on Access Now. To help us do that, we've brought Mikey's Tropical Grill to the studio to give us a taste. Joining us is Michael Hoyt. Such a pleasure to have you on this Friday, on this Entertainment Friday, with the most incredible spread I've seen in a long time here on Access Now. Please take us through what we have here.
Okay, so we have the Mikey's. Got me.
The macaroni, which got
macaroni.
amazing color on it. I have to say that first and foremost. And you know macaroni is a big thing in family, so I already know that looks tasty.
So everything is incorporated with my stuff, so it's my own seasonings.
Wow.
Different stuff that I put together that is different from the way we normally do it.
Okay.
But I try to put in my signature recipes into everything.
These are made from scratch.
Right.
And then moving over, of course, to the specialties we see over here.
So we got the baby back ribs here at this time. Fall off the bone, of course.
Fall off the bone tender.
With Mikey's signature rub and signature sauce.
Wow.
Along with the chicken, same as the rib, signature sauce, signature rub, and everything is just moist and fall off the bone, just like how you like it.
It looks incredibly appealing. I'm going to be digging into this just in a second. In fact, I might start loading up a plate if you hand me one. But I got to ask you, why is jerk food such a good summer food, especially as we enter the end of summer?
Okay, so for
Don't forget to grab that plate. We dig it in.
No problem. So for summertime,
yes,
I would say jerk is like, you know, summertime, everybody outside, everybody like to drink. You got the drinkers, you got the non-drinkers, but you need something to take the edge off when you're drinking so much, you know what I mean?
This is more than just taking the edge off. This is doing it in class and style.
Exactly. So, like I say, if you're out in the summer, you're having a good time on the beach, or you just driving around to restaurants and different restaurants, or just trying to do your summer activities.
Right.
This is the best way to take the edge off the rum.
I'm going for baby back rib here. Now, what makes the perfect sauce, Michael? I got to ask that. What goes into it? You don't have to reveal your secrets.
All right.
We got a little preview, a little snapshot of the perfect sauce here.
Okay, so for the perfect sauce, you actually need a little kick. You need flavor.
Need flavor.
You need flavor.
You need
most of all.
spice.
You need flavor. You
Which
need
I should
spice.
ask before I dig into this. Is it spicy? Will I be snotting on camera?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
You should,
all right. Okay.
You should be okay. And that should fall off the bone.
Fall off the bone as well. Let's take a look.
But
yes, you were
what
saying.
I would say is, for the sauce and for the flavor, I would say you gotta have a little bit of sweet with spicy.
The sweet's coming through.
And the spice
is coming through
afterwards. So
it's all there.
Right.
And it's an excellent balance between the two. Excellent job. And they are falling off the bone, my brother.
Naturally. Glad you like it.
The rest of this is going to happen off camera. We're going to be digging fully in. What is the secret, of course, to preparing all this? Maybe what is, in fact, the best pairing you experience? What's the most popular thing people pair up together?
So I would say people love best of both worlds. So I have a combo plate.
Combo plate.
A combo plate.
Tell us about that.
It's called the big belly plate. So everybody, even if they're small, they have a big belly. So people like their big belly because sometimes you want to share, you want to do stuff like that. So people get the big belly plate where they have a chance to try each and everything that is there.
Got you. After the big belly plate, I think there's going to be the pass-out plate after that.
Naturally.
Michael, I want to thank you for joining us, man. Of course, anyone who wants to try this from production, come try it. There's plenty to try. It looks and tastes absolutely amazing. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, man.
Appreciate you.
All the best with the business as well.
Yes, sir.
Later in the show, we'll show you what else Mia has offered because grill goes best with a good cocktail. So we'll have a short mixology lesson later in the show. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang. Bang bang bang. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bang bing. Bing bing bang.
Ding is taking a quick break, but don't worry, we'll be back Monday, August 24th, just in time for back to school. Fresh stories, big trends, more fun. What's trending back at 6 p.m. only on the ZNS network.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Long Island, we've helped 77 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $1.9 million in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Long Island's economy by investing in its leading sectors: fishing, transportation, and agriculture. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SBDC, Bahamas.
Welcome back. Considering it's Friday, I think we've all got our own ideas of what a good or even a great weekend looks like. For some, it's beach, a barbecue, a few hours with friends, of course, family. And for others, it's doing absolutely nothing. Now, no judgment there, because absolutely nothing sometimes can be the perfect way to plan a weekend when you've had a very busy one. So, what's the perfect weekend reset? A little fun, a little family time, and just enough time to do absolutely nothing. They call that the Royston Special. And for the high achievers, maybe a project or two. Whatever your formula is, I think we can all use a little reset before Monday comes around. And speaking of a reset, creating safe communities is what they do, and the Royal Bahamas Police Force is looking for more Bahamians ready to serve and be the change they want to see in the world. And in the Bahamas, the Royal Bahamas Police Force will host its career fair tomorrow, and our West Calix Forbes tells us what we can expect.
If you're a college student or graduate, your skill may be a valuable asset to policing. This much coming from Officer in Charge of the Police Training, Chief Superintendent Laura Stewart, as the college gears up to host its career fair this Saturday.
I want them to know that we have the non-traditional areas like maintenance, we have our computer center, our human resources, the financial sector, they all will be here, and the forensic lab, those areas. So the non-traditional areas that we find college students have degrees and don't actually know what they can do with it, there is a place for almost every degree within policing. So
the fair will also include recruitment for the police force cadet program and police reserves. Chief Superintendent Stewart adds that persons who meet the requirements can
ask for 4 BGCSEs or higher. So 4 BGCSEs, math and English included. If you do not have math, if you have physics, that would be a plus, and that would make you what we call pre-qualified. And for those persons that are college grads, they're pre-qualified. They can come down with their passport, NIB card, and the proof of their qualifications, and they can actually begin the application process tomorrow.
And apply day of. But beyond qualifications, Stewart says the force is looking for one key quality in its future officers.
In policing, what we really want is a person that is ready and willing to serve. All of the other things, we always say good character and all of that, right? And almost everybody in the first instance says they have good character. So the willingness to serve.
The fair will span from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Police Training College on University Boulevard. For the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
More promising young men and women answering the call of service. Thanks so much, Wes. They're young, they're talented, and this summer, downtown Nassau is their stage. A group of high school musicians is bringing live music to Palm Bay Square while getting a real taste of the industry and showcasing Bahamian talent to visitors from around the world. Our Mr. Features himself, Lyle Maycock, has more.
The first voice tourists hear when they come to the Bahamas isn't the sounds of the barking podcasts or the loud police sirens. It is the jamming session of the high school pop-up band here at Palm Bay Square. The music is part of a Ministry of Tourism initiative putting high school performers to work during the summer while giving them a live training ground in the music industry. Band coordinator Yano Justilian says students from public and private schools were invited to audition, then given just 1 week to learn more than 20 songs.
Every day we have hundreds, you might say thousands of tourists passing through here, complimenting these kids, and they are amazed at the amount of talent that these kids have.
And for vocalist Daria Charlton, those passing crowds mean her voice could become part of a visitor's very first impression of the Bahamas. It's a final summer on the Palm Bay Square stage before she heads to Langston University in Oklahoma. She plans to study business and eventually become a producer for other young artists.
It's actually really cool. Like, when somebody comes from a different country, I would be the first voice that they hear, like you said. And I think it's really amazing that I get to showcase my talent to them and they get to videotape me and show it to the rest of the world.
Sometimes, though, the next generation of Bahamian talent finds a stage almost by accident. Tenor saxophonist London Montesino, who was only in the 10th grade, was only riding along as his brother returned an instrument to Government High when his teacher and the band's coordinator, Justilian, spotted him in the car and asked him to join.
I've always found joy in being something bigger and being a part of something bigger than myself to bring other people joy and music.
For now, their classroom has no desks, just instruments, an open stage, and a constantly changing audience. The band will put a summer of practice on display with a concert at Palm Bay Square next Friday, August 21st at 7 p.m. For the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Lyle Maycock.
Such a great story. Thanks so much, Lyle. To another inspiring story. At just 10 years old, Aaliyah's store already has something many aspiring authors are still working toward, her name on a book. And not just one, the Low Sound primary student has already written 4 children's books after picking up the pen at only 8 years old. She's following a path first taken by her mother, author Alicia Brennan, and then her older sister. But now Aaliyah's putting her own imagination and message on the page.
My favorite book is the first book that I wrote, called Friends with Kindness. It's about friends who help each other on the way to their houses. I wrote the 3 books to inspire children to stand up, speak out, and be kind. So they can stand up for what's right, speak out when things are wrong, and be kind to people.
And 4 books may only be the beginning. Aaliyah says she wrote them in just 2 days with her mother helping her turn the ideas she jots down into finished stories. From mom, Alicia Brennan, who wrote her first novel in 2018 before watching both of her daughters follow in her writing, what started with one book is now becoming a family legacy.
It is an awesome feeling. It lets me know that I'm building a legacy, something I can leave behind.
Stay with us. You're watching Access Now. More news after the break.
The Bahamian spirit doesn't stop at our borders. It travels wherever our people go. Every Wednesday, Bahamian Footprints shines a spotlight on Bahamians who began their journey right here at home and are now making a difference around the world. Their accomplishments are our pride. Their stories are our inspiration. Bahamian Footprints, proudly presented by Coca-Cola, every Wednesday at 6 p.m., only on What's Trending.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
The internet is an essential tool for children and adults. It can be used to research school reports, communicate with teachers, and play interactive games. But online access also comes with risks, such as inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and online predators. Here are a few safety tips to help keep you and your children safe. Do not post too much personal information such as home addresses and phone numbers. Keep your privacy settings on and practice safe browsing to ensure children don't go on any inappropriate sites. Be careful about posting pictures or your whereabouts when going on vacation. Always know your child's passwords for email addresses and social media sites. Be sure to have your house computer in a common area where it can be easily monitored. Have conversations with them to make sure they aren't scheduling meetups with new people. Online safety is just as important for children as it is for adults. Not only are children more vulnerable to financial and identity scams, but they are also at risk of encountering inappropriate and potentially disturbing content. I am Police Cadet 80 Jamara Rule, reminding you that safety is everybody's business. So let us do our part and continue to create safer communities.
You're looking at a shot of the Monarchy Fort Shore, of course, a popular place to rest, relax, and beach. Your Access Now Total Sports is coming up next.
Welcome to your TGIF Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. Topping sports judo in the Bahamas is stepping to the forefront as Bahamian judokas continue to perform well on an international stage. Recently, the Eastwood Judo Club participated in the 36th annual U.S. Open Judo Championships held in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and they would not return home empty-handed. The team of Daniel and Alex Strawn, Kelisha Saunders, Aiden Roll, James Knowles, Charles Thompson, Zarian Budasing, Jabez Ambrister, Daniel Saunders Green, and Kevin and Kemal Sterling would bring home a handful of medals. Here's CEO of the Eastwood Judo Club, Sensei Neville Mickey Munnings.
And this year we did very well in the competition. The kids were very well prepared for the tournament. Achievement was very great. Came back with 10 medals. I think it was 2 golds, 5 silver, and 3 bronze. The performance are very great because we compete against, I think we're like roughly 21 countries, competitive was. And even the ones who did not come home with a medal, their performance was very great. They made it to medal runs, they just unfortunately they lost out.
ZNS Sports team catching up with a few of the medalists as well.
I was nervous. Even though it was my 3rd time, I still was a little awkward and nervous because I was an advanced and I saw all of these kids were faster and stronger and bigger, so I was just a little afraid. But overall, I came out, got a gold of my country.
I feel very good. I'm proud of myself because
I know the hard work that I put in for it to get training from here, from home, and then traveling to get training and stuff. So it's definitely been some hard work that I put in to get these medals to come back home with.
More from the Eastwood Judo Club in the weekend sportscast. In Hoops news, a new face at the helm of the University of the Bahamas men's basketball program, albeit a familiar one. After a decorated 14-year run as the head coach for the Sunland Baptist Stingers, which included 2 Hugh Campbell titles, Jay Philippe set to run the show for the Mingos, the junior national team head coach as well. Philippe telling the ZNS whole sports team that he's excited for the opportunity.
Honestly, it's a dream come true. This was something that's been in the works for the past almost 7 years now. It's always been a discussion about the possibility of returning back home to be the coach at the University of the Bahamas. But for many years, I served in Grand Bahama as a coach at Sunland Baptist Academy. But recent events allowed me to take the opportunity. I think it's University of the Bahamas, one of the ideal institutions in the Caribbean, and to be the head coach of a prestigious program. It used to be the COB Caribs, now University of the Bahamas Mingos. It's something that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the challenge. You know, past 14 years been coaching high school basketball. I was fortunate to have a lot of good coaches around me, talented players. Won just about every high school championship there was. And so I just wanted a new challenge as a coach.
Philippe also adding that the recruitment process to help bolster the squad is already well underway.
Well, the trials actually next week, Monday through Friday. What we want to do is identify the guys that want to play. With me being the new head coach, I want to give everyone a fair opportunity to make a roster. A lot of players have reached out to me on Instagram, Facebook, text messages, phone calls, asking for a fair chance to be a part of the team, and so I'm open to it. We're looking for the best 15 players that's going to represent the University of the Bahamas. We have a few international trips up our sleeve as well as local showcase tournaments. And so we're excited about the opportunity.
In boxing news, after recovering from an ankle injury that prevented him from completing his appearance at the recently held Commonwealth Games, Carl Heald is set to defend his titles in a professional fight this weekend. He will be defending his World Boxing Association's Fedicab Super Welterweight and National Boxing Association Latin Super Welterweight middleweight titles when he takes on Colombian Orthodox fighter Oscar Cuero on Saturday in Colombia. He goes into the fight with a perfect 41-0 win-loss record. Of course, he would have won his opening match 3-1 over Oswald Talaka of the Solomon Islands in the men's 70-kilogram weight class at the Commonwealth Games. He was unable to take on John McConnell in his quarterfinal bout due to injury. That's been your TGIF Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks so much, Amajal. And now let's bring our Access Now Grill and Chill to a close with a quick mixology session. Set the Bar is back to walk us through this time. Joining me, of course, is Mia Mitchell of Set the Bar, and you've certainly set the bar extremely high. This is a full bar. I feel like we're on Miami Nights or something like that, in South Beach, perhaps.
Definitely.
What, of course, is the summer drink this year?
This year, the summer drink has been a spicy mango margarita.
Spicy
It's meant to make you
margarita.
feel like you're sitting in the backyard under grandma's tree, eating some mango, some spicy seasoning on it.
I like the sound of that. Is that what you're showing me how to make tonight?
Definitely.
I am your, mixologist apprentice? Is that an appropriate term?
That's an appropriate term. You can give me that.
What do I start with?
So you start with, of course, your shaker.
Shaker.
And then you're going to grab one of those cups.
All right, with your logo on it. Love that.
Definitely.
Excellent.
We're going to put it in some
Sugar
lime
water.
juice.
Lime juice, okay. A little dip, a little spin. Got to do it right. And then, of course, in a little salt or sugar?
That would be salt.
That's salt. There we go.
And then we're going to take the cup.
Okay.
Salt as well.
Perfect.
I'm going to put that right here.
What's next?
Tequila.
Tequila.
Hold your bottle by the neck.
By the neck. My
By the
kryptonite.
neck.
How many pours?
1.5 ounces.
With a jigger, I believe this is called.
With the jigger.
All right, let's get jiggy with it. One of these.
One of those.
One of these, not two. Can't get mashed up.
Can't get mashed up. Not on the job.
All right, one of those.
And then we have our fresh mango.
Fresh mango.
No additives, no preservatives.
Bahamian mango?
Bahamian mango.
The season almost over, so this is perfect.
And then we're going to fill this about halfway, which will be about 1/2 ounce of mango.
1/2 ounce of mango sounds good to me. Now, is this the most popular drink you think on the menu you have? And you have a lot of specialty drinks, which
I
is
do have a lot of
I've seen
specialty
it.
drinks.
It looks amazing. In fact, I wish I could try them all. You might have to stay after the show and then we just try the list of drinks.
That'll be no problem.
Mango's going in. There we go. What's next?
After the mango, we have some fresh lime juice.
Fresh lime juice.
Squeeze on these 2 hands.
Are we getting fat? 2 hands, you say?
2 hands.
2, okay. My bad.
Let's do 3/4 ounce of that, so almost to the top.
Almost to the top. Following instructions well. How am I doing so far?
Well, very well.
Thank you very much.
And then right after that, we're going to follow that with some simple syrup.
Thank you. Okay, here we go.
All right, we're going to do about 3/4 ounce of that as well.
I know what that is. That's up to the line you said. Right? Here we go. This is not an easy drink in terms of like the amount of things that are going inside of it, you know?
Definitely not.
All right, cool.
But it's going to be good and refreshing. One last ingredient, the triple sec. Citrus in there.
What about?
We're going to do about 1/2 ounce of that.
About 1/2 ounce of that. Okay, hold it by the neck, you said. I didn't forget.
By the neck.
Now, can you spin one of these?
At this
in terms
time,
of the bottle?
Yes, I can, but we're not going to demonstrate that.
Not going to do that?
We're not going to do that.
I'm not going to take that chance out here. All right, there we go. It's in.
All right. Then the last thing we're going to do?
Yes. Oh, this is the easy part.
This is the easy part.
Okay.
Add some ice.
Fantastic.
All right.
The top goes on. My professional hands
We're going to lock
shake.
it.
Lock it.
Lock it.
There we go.
All right. And then we're going to shake.
That's enough shaking?
So 2 more seconds.
Okay, there you go.
All right, there we go.
Bad. Knock it. Top it.
One knock right here at the belly.
At the belly. There we go. All right, there we go.
Right.
The specialty pour. Let's see what we got here. Remind me of the name of this drink now. I forgot. We've been making it for a while, so I forgot the name.
So that's the spicy mango margarita.
Mango
Can't forget your strainer.
margarita.
Put that right on top.
On top. Here we go. Here we go, people. There we go. Look at that. Anthea, you gotta join me for one of these.
Definitely.
All right, yeah. Let me try it. I wish you had one as well.
I wish.
We're gonna make one up after the show?
Of course. We're gonna make many of these after the show.
Many of these. Yeah, not many of these. Wow. Refreshing. It's got the right amount of potency.
Of course.
I can feel it taking effect very soon. I can only have maybe about half of these before we close the show. This is absolutely amazing. I want to thank you so much for coming on and showing us how to end the summer in style. Remind me of the name one more time.
That's the spicy mango margarita by Set the Bar.
Spicy mango margarita by Set the Bar. The bar has been set very high this Friday. A special thanks to you again.
Thank you
All
for
the best.
having me.
That's going to do it for us on Access Now. Salutations. Stay tuned for the rundown, of course, with Howard Grant. Have an excellent weekend. I know I will.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Howard Grant. It is a Friday evening. Bim! And I want to be able to welcome all of you to the rundown here at the end of another week. Now, if you didn't know, it's the pageant season, and many young Bahamian ladies are taking advantage of representing their country on the local, regional, and international stage. The next pageant to hit the stage is this weekend, Miss Planet Bahamas. The platform selects Bahamian representatives to advocate for environmental conservation, sustainable development, and eco-awareness on a global stage. One of this year's contestants is Miss Paradise Island, Rafaelita Hannah. Welcome to the rundown. You gotta shake my hand. Praise God, it is so wonderful to see you and happy that you're here. I'm glad that you brought your sash with you.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself, let persons know who you are.
So my name is Rafaelita Hannah. I am 19 years old. I am a college student at the University of the Bahamas. I joined this pageant to make my mark, to use my voice wisely, and just to let young girls know that it is possible to come out of that shy stage, because I was once a shy person.
You're still whispering on the People TV, but praise God. Tell me about Miss Planet. Miss Planet. It's not Miss Planet World, it's just Miss Planet.
Yes.
Miss Planet. Tell me about Miss Planet.
So Miss Planet's theme is called Beauty with Purpose. It's a pageant that is mostly about helping young girls find their worth, their mental health, and it allows us to have our own platforms for what we truly want to advocate for, which is a really good thing. So the platform that I chose is Worth the Reflection. I called it that because Worth the Reflection meant something to me as I was a young girl growing up, and I always thought that,
Go ahead.
Many young girls don't know their worth, they don't know their value. So I was one of them, and I thought that I would love to be an advocate for the young girls who also don't know their worth, and also to help older women remember who are having problems, realizing their worth, remember that they are worth it as well. My overall goal in this whole thing is to, if I even reach one person, one young woman or older woman, and help them look in the mirror at the end of the day and notice their value, I would feel like I accomplished something.
Now, what does that mean in terms of being able to know your value and being worth the reflection? Are you saying that women in our society, and I can jump the gun.
Yeah.
I can jump the gun.
Okay.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Are you saying to me that there is a subtle or pronounced misogyny in our society? There is a sort of a patriarchal society where men are at the head and women are not necessarily seen as much. But now, there's sort of an opportunity that you have. Explain, am I on the right page or the right course?
Okay, so I wouldn't word it how you did.
Yeah, because I was a little bit deep. That was too much, right?
No, it's not that. It's not the deepness or the profoundness of what you said as to why I wouldn't word it like that. The reason I wouldn't word it like that is because my platform really is to show young women who may be in abusive relationships, like I once was myself, who may not have a father figure in their lives, any issues they may be struggling with, and they may feel like they're not good enough to even come out or live their purpose, that they know that they have a chance to live their purpose, that they don't have to stay under the norm of being held back or have to be quiet because they're told to, but they can be who they want to be and live through their purpose. Even the ones who parents want them to do something and that's not really what they want to do, I want to speak to them as well. Find what you like to do and do that.
You think a lot of persons at 19 years old, have you found what you like to do?
Honestly, that is a great question because for me, I can't say I found what I like to do because I grew up doing what I love to do. My mom, she's one of my greatest role models. Her name is Deborah Nesbitt, and she owns a preschool, and she's a part of the Bahamas.
Debbie?
Yes. Do you know my mom?
No, I just... Okay. I'm messing with you, right?
Okay. But she is a part of the Bahamas Preschool Association as well. So every summer, every midterm break, I'm in the preschool helping her do little things around the school.
So you've been helping rear and develop children with your mother?
Yes.
Is this your passion?
Yeah, so I do have a passion for education, and that's what I am currently studying in UB. I have an associate's certificate currently, and I want to go to the master's level so that I can one day take over a school and make it bigger than what it is.
Really?
Yes. And that is why I would say that, you know, I know where I want to be right now, but there's a lot of people who don't know where they want to be. And on my 19th birthday this year, I actually was very scared because, you know, there's the 19 theory about it being the most depressive year of teenagehood.
I promise you, I haven't watched that part of TikTok. This only could be TikTok, because I never heard this in my life.
It's TikTok, and it's a few other
My God, okay, go ahead.
real-time things that I've seen as well. And, you know, I have had some depressive episodes, and I can't say it has been the most depressive for me. But at 19, no. I wouldn't think that 50% of the Bahamians know what they want to do. And I feel like that's no...
50%? Oh, you mean at 19 years old?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
the 19-year-old Bahamians?
Yes.
50% of them?
Don't know what they want to do.
Can't be 50%.
Like
gotta
80?
Gotta be like 98%.
I mean, yeah, some of the people... I'm not going to say... I don't want to say that.
2% of the 19-year-olds...
I don't want to say that.
have subjected themselves and say, okay, mommy, if this is what you want, I can do it.
No. Okay.
At 19 years old, I had no idea
What you wanted to do?
I knew I wanted to be educated.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted money.
Yeah, so you have an idea. You had an idea.
Well, money is the general thing. Everybody did have that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
So, but you already know that you want to do education.
I do know that, and I'm very confident in that.
I like that.
Yeah.
But you've been working in this for a long time. You've been helping your mother.
Yes, and honestly, I did have a lot of different opinions because I love pets as well. I love dogs. And
You wanted to do veterinarian too.
No, when I was younger, I had about 5 things listed in my journal that I wanted to be. One was a model, funny enough.
Praise God. Okay, you got one.
One was a veterinarian, and the next was a teacher. And actually, I took a picture of the book the other day because it was very scrappy, and I was like, let me throw this away. And the top 5, in brackets, it said, teacher is always going to be my #1. So I was like, if you look back at this and read this, don't forget your love for teaching.
Vet, a model.
Yes, but
a teacher.
I strayed away from the veterinarian
You
part.
tell me 5. What's the other 2?
I don't remember.
You need to stop.
Oh, no, I know real estate was one.
Oh, real estate?
Yes.
Okay,
and
good.
then the other was, I really don't remember. But I know I strayed away from the veterinary side because I cannot give needles to dogs. I cannot do the hard part of that. I just want to touch them and pet them all day.
The needles to dogs.
Yeah, I cannot do that. I feel like I cry. So I can't.
You serious?
Yes, I am serious.
My sister, she loves animals also.
Yeah.
She cries just like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to the dog.
Yes, I hate to see pot cakes. Sometimes, actually, I used to take, when I was younger, I used to let my mommy, I used to let her buy dog food and put it in the car.
Oh my God, you're doing too much.
No.
I like your heart though.
Yes.
I think you got a heart for service, and this sort of this idea that you're going with worth the reflection, and being able to say to a lot of young women, you feel like women have lost their way in our society or lost their way in general, and not knowing how to be able to find out who they truly are?
I can say that because it happened to me. And women are the most emotional gender, right? At least I would hope. So I would say that sometimes it is it is much harder for them and me, myself, to even understand our emotions, and that's fine for me now.
My God, you're getting biblical with me.
Yeah.
Who could know a woman?
Yes. So I do truly believe that, you know, even when a lot of women may hide it, you know, they may come out into the open and be a bit more confident and bold, but in private, that's not what it actually is. You question a lot about yourself.
Is what you're doing, because I read things differently. Our society is made up of 2 parts, because we're going fast into the future, but we still hold tight to some of the traditions. Traditionally, a lot of persons are held to a biblical standard, concept, so forth and so on. And then this new age concept of do what you want, be who you want, you have strength, you have independence, so forth and so on, right? So I want to know from you, this sort of an idea as to whether or not we're keeping faith in mind. Do we still keep faith in mind? Do we still keep biblical principles or principles in mind? Do we still keep this sort of an idea that there is supremacy above me in mind? Talk to me.
So are you talking about me personally, or you want me?
Generally.
Okay. Generally, I can say that the Bahamas itself, you know, they say that they're a Christian nation, and everybody has struggles, but Christian nation has been taken way too far, in my opinion. I feel as though we should take it more serious, individually at least. I am definitely a Christian. Actually, my platform states in the lines that I want people to find their purpose through their faith and through their passions, because without God in your life, I truly believe that, you know, you should be successful, but God should be the head. You can be successful without Christ. There's many people who we see big in the world who don't even believe in God. But I don't want the Bahamians to be one of those people. I don't want young girls my age to be one of those people. Because when you're my age, you really do need some intervention spiritually, in my opinion.
I like this.
Yeah.
This is the kind of conversation I like to have. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be able to see Miss Hannah, Rafaelita Hannah, you got to be able to go this weekend, August, what we put down? It's going to be August 16th. Where is it going to be located?
St. Boyd Road.
St. Boyd Road. You got to be able, it's the church.
Yeah.
St. Boyd Road, the church is St. Boyd Road. And this is actually brought to you by the current Miss Plus World.
Yes, Marissa Coakley.
Marissa Coakley, she's actually being able to do this. This is the first annual. We want you guys to be able to go there and support. If you want to be able to pick up tickets, you can do that. 395-9931. That's 395-9931. They're located at Contour Me Body Studios, or you can be able to check it out at MissPlanetInternational.com to pick up your stuff. Liz, all the absolute best to you, Miss Paradise Island. This was a wonderful conversation.
Thank you.
Right? Win, lose, or draw, no matter how it is, I believe that you will win because you already have. But I'd love you to come back and have a good conversation with me.
No problem.
I had a great time talking with you guys. Quick break, guys. Going to take this break. We're going to be right back after this.
My sixth grade teacher, Mrs. Marcia Roberts at Palmdale Primary, she actually saw me as an educator, and I didn't see it. I actually wanted to be a journalist, and then law. And I said, I'm going to be this type of teacher if I do become a teacher. And almost 23 years later, I am now an educator. Every individual has been educated by an educator. That's who we are. We build citizens because we have a lot to do in producing the best citizens that our country needs. We're smart, and we get to actually impart our knowledge to children who need it and they're expecting it. Come into the profession. Trust me, education has evolved, it's multifaceted right now, and we are moving. We need your expertise. Come in, come give us some years, some good years that you have left into this noble profession.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying your Friday evening. It is a beautiful thing. I wanted to kind of highlight some people. I had a great opportunity to be able to meet something. Now, I've been, I do my thing. I search the web. I surf all over the place. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on all these places. You see me. You may know me. I don't really interact like that. But I'm out there, and I'm really scouting for talent that I believe that exists among young people in the country. And so it may not necessarily be an active thing that I do on a consistent basis, but I'm always subconsciously looking for that thing that is almost like a voila moment for me, like a aha. And I had an opportunity to be able to check out TikTok recently. I would have been off, right? So I wasn't even here in the country. And something came across my TikTok, across my page. The algorithm kind of pushes things towards you that, interest you. And so I always look at people being able to speak. So this came towards me. And I listened to a young lady, and she was articulate, she was poised, she was thoughtful, and being able to give a contrast to where she was. And this sort of an idea that she would have pursued a great deal of success in the United States of America, had an opportunity to be able to move off to school in Texas, did a great deal of things, and then found herself in New York, really being able to pursue this kind of a mammoth dream. One thing led to another. She's back here in the country, and and this would really intrigue me. She didn't know whether or not she lost her passion. She didn't know exactly what. It really intrigued me because that level of vulnerability is an introspection. We don't necessarily see that much. I had to talk to her. Praise God. I needed to find out more. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to be able to introduce you to none other than Haley Butler, who's sitting here with us. Ms. Butler, touch my hand. It is very, very good to have you. Introduce yourself. Let persons know who you are out there.
Yeah, like Howard mentioned, I am from the Bahamas. I've been away for a while, going to school, and ended up working at some point. I returned home, and I shared a very vulnerable story with so many Bahamians who ended up relating in a way. I shared how I came to Texas, and then how I ended up in New York. And at some point, once I came back, I was in this state where I was just trying to share my train of thought. It was just...
Have you done something like that before?
Yes, but not in that capacity.
Level of vulnerability.
No.
It touched a lot of people.
Yes.
And so many people have been reaching out saying they relate or this is something that they've been thinking too, but couldn't say it.
You can't articulate it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to be able to put this in words. And your vulnerability, the raw approach of being able to do that. How did this come about? Do you just use the platform? Because I swing through some of your stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's like, do you just use the platform to really be, is it like blogging or something like that?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It is like kind of my video diary in a sense, even though thousands of people can see it and thousands of people have seen it. That's just what it was. For myself, I think when speaking to you earlier, when you said I was very introspective, I just spent a lot of time with my thoughts, and that's just something that I did on camera, and I just wasn't expecting to get that response.
The vulnerability is one of the things I think a lot of persons have dealt with. A lot of persons would have gone off to school knowing that from the inception of our independence in the nation from '73, when women would have sent and men would have sent their children off to school to get educated, to come back here, to be able to do something. A lot of persons over the years said, you know, my kids stay, they don't even come back home. But we don't see that, especially over the last few years, with Donald Trump being able to make the decisions that he has. A lot of persons now have to go home. We're part of a country with 75 countries that has a ban that exists in these places. So tell me about the past. What did you do in school?
So I got a degree in finance in Texas, which is...
Not psychology?
No. I wish I did. Which was just such a politically tense state in general, but...
Texas?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah. But I was fortunate enough to go to HBCU.
Politically tense?
Yes.
That's a GOP state.
Well, it is, but I was in Houston, so there were
liberals.
A lot of minorities there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
For sure. For some reason, I found myself always being in these like microcosms of like liberal people, minority, dense cities, and things like that.
Really?
Yes.
And so you get yourself in Texas, you found yourself there, you're pursuing finance, you're doing these particular things. You went through the entire 4 years?
Yes.
So going through those particular 4 years, tell me what happened.
I was trying any and everything. Initially...
This didn't develop, this introspection, this sort of an idea, this quiet time with your thoughts didn't just develop in Texas. This must have been what you would have been carrying with you for a long time. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, I guess growing up in the church was a big part of it.
Growing up in the church?
Yeah.
Praise God, we can get to this. We can get to this. Okay, go ahead, let me hear the rest.
And being able to, I guess, commune with God kind of places you in this state where you have to be introspective and sit with your own thoughts in order to find out yourself.
Hey,
your relationship
glory to God. Go ahead, let me hear this.
Your relationship with God and everything. And I took that with me, especially being alone in such a big state. Yeah.
So there got to be a contingent of Bahamians somewhere.
Yeah, there was definitely a great Bahamian population, but at some point they were all heading towards the next chapter, and I was just like a freshman, first year. So it was just a difficult situation to navigate, and I was fresh off of graduating during COVID too, so it was just a lot going on. I guess the first year in college was very tough for me, and then moving forward, I kind of started to get my wings. So I was an RA, I ran for student government and did so many different things, and that taught me a lot too, because I've never had the independence to try so many different things and learn from them. I definitely had a lot of wins and a lot of losses, and I think that made me even more introspective because I had to sit with a lot of those things.
Really?
Yep.
So 4 years passed. You got your degree. You had the stickability to be able to hold on to these particular things. And then you found yourself, after this particular 4 years, being able to go to New York. How did that happen? Tell me about this New York.
So a part of me trying a lot of different things was doing internships. At some point, I did 2 internships with the same company in New York, and I ended up getting a full-time offer, which is how I got the job there. So after I graduated, I packed up all of my things and went to New York. Again, it was such a difficult experience to...
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy liberal.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's like night and day.
from Texas to.
But you say you had a microcosm of in Houston itself.
Yeah.
Right. So you may have seen some liberals, but the states itself, it's like night and day.
Mm-hmm.
They're really different. And so New York, was it like a culture shock? Talk to me about it.
For sure, but then I felt a sense of comfort because in New York there's so much more Caribbean people, and I felt like
Jamaicans. Let's be very clear.
Well, yes, definitely
Okay,
not a lot of Bahamians.
Where'd you stay? Did you stay in one of the boroughs? Where'd you stay?
I stayed in Harlem.
You stayed in Harlem?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's the black mecca of America.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, good.
And that gave me a sense of comfort too because, again, I was in Texas and now I'm in New York. It's a much busier city. I'm meeting new people every day at work, at different places, and
I got questions like crazy. Did you see gentrification?
For
Did you
sure.
see this shift of old New York and this kind of an introduction of something new?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
I guess people always say like it's a city that never sleeps and it's a city to go to achieve your dreams, but at some point the city is dying, and that's something I experienced with the people trying to extract the last bits of energy out of the city, and I don't know, it was just
How'd you find your way in there? So you went on your intern, you did, how long did you do your internship? Well, you said you got the job offer. How long did you work before you decided to be able to come back home?
So it was only a year or so.
1 year?
Yeah.
How'd you get back home?
My visa.
Your visa?
Ended.
Trump, what you doing, man? Listen, man, this is exciting stuff. I want to talk to you more about this sort of an idea and the contrast, because that level of introspection that exists in those particular spaces. And guys, what we're going to do is see if we can be able to put this up for you so you can just be able to catch kind of a glimpse of the introspection that she would have done and what really propelled me to be able to have this conversation. I'm so happy that she answered my little message. You know, sometimes it's kind of did he DM me, right? But I did. And I was like, listen, I'm interested in this. If you're interested in some radio. And so we've been able to do that, or radio or television. And she's here today, being able to have a great conversation with us. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited to be able to talk about those things. I want to take a commercial break, but when I get back, I want to be able to talk to you about the next chapter. How do we find ourselves out of these particular things? Guys, it's a great Friday. We're going to be able to hear some things. Get inspired. So Rundown, I'm going to be right back after this.
The Bahamian spirit doesn't stop at our borders. It travels wherever our people go. Every Wednesday, Bahamian Footprints shines a spotlight on Bahamians who began their journey right here at home and are now making a difference around the world. Their accomplishments are our pride. Their stories are our inspiration. Bahamian Footprints, proudly presented by Coca-Cola, every Wednesday at 6 p.m., only on What's Trending.
At the Dixon Hill Lighthouse in San Salvador to let you know that marine protected areas make dollars and cents. A well-designed and managed network of protected areas can generate income for nearby communities. From MPA managers to lodges to eco-tours, there is money to be made.
Healthy marine ecosystems help to protect our islands from climate change and other impacts that we cannot control. Healthy coral reefs help to break down fake waves, and mangroves absorb storm surge and help to protect our coastline.
Older and larger fish tend to carry more and healthier eggs than younger fish. Fish replenishment areas will allow fish to grow bigger and ensure that we have more fish now and in the future.
In a replenishment area, fish are free to grow and reproduce. As their populations increase, more fish will spill over into other areas where fishermen can increase their catch and their income.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island, and you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
See the future with Bahamas Protected.
Tune into the program
Living by Faith with Bishop Valentino Williams of Life Changes Ministries International. Sundays at 5:30 p.m. on ZNS TV station. Prepare to be inspired, impacted, empowered, and transformed. Remember, the just shall live by faith.
This prophet here is not for sale. This prophet here come to declare what thus saith the Lord.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rundown. Good Friday evening. Hope you guys are good out there and preparing yourself to have a great weekend. I wanted to start that thing off for you right, to be able to get you in the mind frame of being able to, if not activate, a sort of a stagnant position that exists in you, activate it in your children. Call them to the television. Let them see that there are young people out here who's doing great things in the world and came to a conclusion about how we can contribute here in the country. I'm sitting here with none other than Haley Butler, being able to have a great conversation with her. I really enjoying this conversation. She's told us, if you're just tuning in, that she would have gone off to school in Texas. She's been able to meet sort of a cross-section of persons and mindsets that exist in Texas, moved to New York, and this is where we are at the story. So, Haley, you moved to New York, you're here, you worked. You could be able to see the contrast. You could see the shift in the city. You can see gentrification moving in, and you're here. You're working. You're ambitious. You have a great desire. You're in finance, correct?
Yes.
So you're in finance in New York. You're doing a great deal of things. I know as soon as you hit the city, your ambition says, all right, in 3 years, we got to do this. In 5 years, we got to do this. There's an expectation. Talk to me about that sort of a step that you put down and say, this is what I expect to accomplish in the city of New York.
Well, yeah, I wish I had more time, but within that time, I expected to hit in certain investment goals, certain career goals as well, because at the particular company I was at, that was a promotion step as well. And just getting my footing in the city. I had so many different ideas, but I kind of put it at the back of my mind. I must say, now that I'm here, I like to focus on the present, and that's just where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. So, but I mean, for the sake of the story, of being able to understand that there was a great deal of ambition that existed in you.
Yeah.
But the ambition, what we talked about, is did the ambition relate to the environment? As a result of what was happening around you, what was happening, you know, in this fast-paced city, and there's sort of an idea, whether pronounced or otherwise, everyone was kind of moving hard and fast towards a goal. And for you to become a part of this race, for you to be able to identify your space in the city, you have to have that too. You have to have this sort of a banner, okay, I got to do this also, because as soon as you drop, no one's going to consider you anymore.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
The energy of the city is like no other. I was on that same kind of, I guess, mindset and timing where I was meeting people who had such ambitious goals to start businesses and make more money, obviously, and that's what a lot of people do when they come to New York. I don't know, I'm a bit, I don't know what else to say.
No, well, let me tell you what I gathered from it. And this is what propelled me to be able to have this kind of a conversation with you. After you moved away from New York and you came home, you started to talk about whether or not you lost your ambition or that kind of a drive that you had. And I don't know, I listened to you and I'm hearing what you're saying with vulnerability at the forefront. But in the back, there was something else that actually hit me. There was something else that said, okay, maybe the environment gave me this kind of a false ambition, this default ambition that exists in the environment, but now that I'm in a natural habitat, in my own space, it ain't really that bad to be in the Bahamas. Talk to me, that's where I won't get with you. Talk to me about that.
I'm back on track.
Okay, you're back on track. Let's go, talk to me about that.
So I relate completely to what you're saying because everybody has this idea of New York. It's easy to get access and resources. And once I came back, I was in this state of like thinking nothing was going to happen for me and almost like time felt frozen, especially in Nassau. Even though it's the capital, things don't move as quickly as they do in such metropolitan cities like New York.
Yeah.
So
I can imagine, yeah.
Once I came back, I think I was a bit frustrated that things weren't moving as quickly as they did. Even though I'd only been back for a month, I'm super impatient, so I just wanted things to...
Really?
Yeah. At the time that I made that video, it was only a month.
Really?
Yes. I just felt distraught because I was just like, oh, I don't have a job, I don't have this or that, I don't have, you know, my things set up. But then I was still content because it took me in a space where I was able to sit back and be like, okay, things aren't that bad. And then eventually I was able to get a car, and then eventually I got a job within that time frame. So
you did a video from your car.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear. You did it within the space of a month. You didn't get a car. It can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Talk to me about it. Let's play a little bit of this video that we actually saw, see if we can be able to put some audio to it, and you can be able to hear about 2 minutes of it.
I did 4 years in Texas and got a finance degree. I was pretty successful throughout my college journey. I got the scholarships, the grants, the internships. I was the president of orgs, and I was super involved on campus. And I think I got the most out of my experience. I went on to do my full-time offer in New York in finance, which people keep telling me is a pretty big deal or whatever, but it's just who I am as a person. I found myself still wanting more, like trying to push the needle. So I was doing things like trying to figure out what business I can buy, how can I invest more of my money, how can I push the needle further, basically, and how can I achieve more. At that point, I started my first real business, and it's something that I'm still working on. But after all of it, I never thought that I would return home and be happy about it, because I lost some of my ambition in the process and I got comfortable. So I've been home in Nassau for about a month now, and it's been a weird experience. I'm blessed to say that I had a soft spot to land. I already have a car, I already have a job, I already have my business somewhat in motion, and I'm talking to different companies or whatnot, but I'm getting comfortable and I don't know why. Like, I had so much ambition when I was in the US, thinking I want to do such great things. And now I'm here and I'm like, life is already pretty okay, so maybe I could slow down. And it makes me sad because I look at other people that I've met throughout the process who maybe didn't even get a chance to go to the US or abroad or
Life is already pretty okay. Life is already pretty okay. This is what I'm saying to you. This contrast, this idea, this commercialism, this capitalism, this democracy that we're fed, this steady diet that we're fed from United States of America, from Britain, from Canada, from the world, who fast-paced, industrial, and all these particular things, we have a desire subconsciously and otherwise to be able to align ourselves with that, but that necessarily, in my humble opinion, that ain't for us. The world comes to us to breathe. And for the very first time, in a long time, you were able to breathe when you come back home. Am I correct? Talk to me about it.
You're absolutely correct.
You were able, that's what the Bahamas just do. Slow down, it's island time. Talk to me, but you still have this kind of a great ambition. You're doing a great deal of things. One of the things that you and I spoke about, and I want to be able to take time to be able to talk about this. I guess we could stretch it out when we get back, but one of the things that we spoke about is this sort of an idea that the pursuit of and the acquisition of education, we talked about this, the pursuit of being able to go off, acquire a degree, to come back and to prepare yourself to work is a wonderful thing. You're prepared, you have education, so forth and so on. But there exists, maybe unbeknownst to you, there exists a talent that's inside of you that fits in right where you're supposed to. Right now, you are encouraging so many young people, young boys and young girls, to understand you could pursue these things, but it ain't too bad to come back home. Do you think that's one of the things? Do you think, as you look back at it in contrast, that you're home now, Is it a bad thing?
No. Honestly, if I knew this is the response I would get and the experience that I would be getting for my nervous system, my career experience, and everything like that, I would have came home sooner.
But you couldn't come home sooner.
Yeah.
You only could come home right when it's time for you to be able to come home. And you did that. These experiences that you had that led you to this particular position, what do you think you have to do now? What do you think is the next step for Haley? What is Haley going to be able to pursue now? Well, as I was listening to that, I was listening to the entire thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess you can go check out Haley. She is on, you have your page open, right?
Yeah.
Haley, you can just be able to see that. I think it's Haley/investing
/business
/business, something, right?
Yeah.
So you can be able to see her, right? And when you check that out, you can be able to get a full understanding by listening to the entire thing. I think it's one of the pinned, is that a pinned one, right? It's one of the top one that she has on there, right? Now, when I'm watching that and seeing that, in the background, and this really was the exciting part of my conversation I wanted to have with you, ambition rejects the idea of tradition. A progressive ambition that we've been fed from the world. You don't need the traditional stuff. You don't need marriage and children and this and all these particular things. So ambition says, forget that, pursue this particular things. Whenever we're done with acquisition and we get this thing, then we can come back to that.
Yes.
But now you're home. I ain't getting deep in your business as your parents watch. Now you're home. Have these things come creeping back into your mind? Don't answer yet. Let me take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Quick break, and I'll be right back after this.
We play just like your kids. We text just like your kids. We learn. We even cook. We take selfies. We have hobbies. And we love sports. In every way, we are just like everyone else and enjoy the same things and live our lives every day, just like you do. So if you happen to meet us, treat us just like everyone else. Because at the end of the day, we're just like you. Living life with Down syndrome is simply living. To learn more about Down syndrome, call 727-2105. This message is brought to you by the Grand Bahama Down Syndrome Society.
Here is the Disaster Risk Management Authority's official 2026 emergency shelter listing for the Southeast Bahamas for Acklins, Crooked Island, Great Inagua, and Mayaguana. Crooked Island, Church of God of Prophecy, Cripple Hill, and Landrell Point Community Center, Landrell Point. In Inagua, St. Philip's Anglican Community Center, Matthewtown, and in Mayaguana, the Mayaguana Comprehensive School in Pirateswell, and Betsy Bay Community Center in Betsy Bay.
Coming this fall, Royston Jones and Melina Leonard on the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. Weekdays, 7:30 p.m. Tune in and get your fill of community news. Family Island news, entertainment, and, well, sometimes slithering animals. That's the Bahamas Tonight Access Now, weekdays, 7:30 p.m. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This evening was a beautiful evening, Friday evening. Hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoy the conversation. We had a good conversation with Rafaelita Hannah, who is going from his planet, being able to do those things. We had a great conversation. She started to talk about worth and value and being able to, what she called it? She said, seeing yourself or knowing yourself. No, she said, worth the reflection. That's what she called it, worth the reflection. And another thing that's worth the reflection is a conversation that we've been having with Haley Butler. Haley Butler, if you haven't been on social media and being able to see these things, Haley has just come back home from school and being able to identify the next steps that she wants to be able to take in her life, and sort of the culture shock that existed in America and New York more specifically, and in Nassau, how the fast-paced environment and the slower-paced environment. She don't know whether or not she shaved off a bit of her ambition, but we're here at this juncture now talking futuristically. We talk past, we talk our present position, and we want to talk futuristically. We want to talk about this sort of an idea about this. Has that, like, now when we left off, Haley, we started to talk about this sort of a concept that says our ambition and the conditioning that we have says to us, subconscious or otherwise, forget the tradition, forget the idea of family, forget the idea of this kind of a quote-unquote pursuit of happiness. Happiness should be yours independently. You don't need a husband or children or these traditional concepts. We can eventually get that. This is what ambition does to you. It does it to millions and millions of Americans. It does it to a significant amount of persons in our society. This particular, now, I'm not saying ambition is bad. I'm saying to you that the condition in conjunction with the ambition says to you, forget some things. Back home in the Bahamas, you've already relieved yourself of the idea that you're going back to New York anytime soon to work. You're here, you found yourself in this kind of a place and in this space. Has those traditional ideas and thoughts crept back into your head?
Yes.
Oi.
But not fully.
Hold on, Haley. Hold on. What you mean not fully?
Not fully because...
So they in the door, out the door?
Yes.
My God, Haley, listen, it can't be lukewarm.
But I don't know, for me, I still have things I want to accomplish, and I don't know, for me, I don't see myself going down like a traditional path that a woman usually takes right now, especially at 22 years old. It's just not in the cards for me.
I like it. Let me tell you why. If I've never watched that video and I would have seen your pursuit and identify your position and say that you're globetrotter, you've been all over being able to do a great deal of things, I would have never, ever assumed the idea of the traditional family life, Bahamian slow life that may exist in many parts of this society. A lot of women are still successful and still being able to juggle family, love life, and business. But for the most part, a lot of persons are just being able to say, oh, this is the traditional norm that exists in these spaces. If I had met you, didn't know you at all, and I would have seen those things, I would have never thought tradition. But your vulnerability says to me, in the conversation that you put out there, there is some consideration in the background. Now, I want to know from you, all of these young people who are out here, who are going off to school, who want to be able to, you know, I want to join the fraternity, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to go off. My daughter told me, she says, Daddy, I think I want, she was younger, Daddy, I think I want to do law in Boston. I said, listen, babe, what the hell are you talking about, right? So I'm saying to you that there are younger persons who want to be able to pursue the world. What do you say to them as we wrap up about the idea of the pursuit of education, pursuit of information, the pursuit of identity, and this idea of being able to return to a space that belongs to you? That's what I want to hear.
I think I wouldn't be the person I am without pursuing abroad experiences, so they should. But at the same time, whenever you're ready to come back home, you have a soft spot to land. I would hope. And yeah, I would not try to accept tradition, especially when there's so much out in the world that you have to see and experience. Who knows who you're going to be in 10 or 20 years? So experience all of it.
I like it. Yeah, tell me about some stuff now as you leave out here. Let me know what can we expect from Haley in the future. I told you already that I could hear some things in you if you let me talk with you. Let's see if we could explore some stuff. We talked about that. But what can the world expect from Haley into the future, we ain't got to talk 10 years. We could talk about the next few years. Will you be, you're in finance now, you're being able to do risk management, you're a risk management officer. Your business is called Finsight. You can be able to see that in her link tree as you go check her out, be able to do those particular things. I don't know whether or not you're doing any consultancy and persons want to be able to do that. Talk to them about it.
Yeah, so I currently do have a business called Finsight Limited, and for right now we're focusing on creating a tech platform to teach young Bahamians ages 12 to 17 about how to manage your finances. So it's things like...
Ooh, Haley, I like this. Come on, let's talk about it.
There's so many different things about the platform itself. It gets me excited because we have an investment simulator. We have 7 core modules that go from how money works all the way up to loans and different things that you need to understand once you enter adulthood. So it's something that I encourage a lot of young Bahamians.
This is always an interest for you? Finance, money.
Making money is an interest for me. So I want to teach other people how to do it.
A woman after my own heart, She's just making money. I like that, right?
Yeah.
So we've never been taught that in schools. Mm-hmm. So is the idea of being able to reach far and wide throughout the nation, being able to educate younger persons how to prepare themselves to be successful in the future?
Yes.
That's what it is? Where are you going to start this? You're going to start this in the private sector, or you're going to start in the government sector?
So we're having conversations now, but I'm going to leave that open to how my proposals turn out. But we're talking to the private and public sector.
You have any partners that are working with you in terms of being able to present this?
So the Financial Academy 242, they already go into classrooms today and they teach young people about finances.
Financial Academy?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it concentrated in Nassau, or do they do anything in the Family Islands?
So currently it's based in Nassau.
Based in Nassau?
Yeah.
Do you have any aspiration or any idea that you want to do something across the country in the future?
Yes. So with Finsight Limited, we're hoping to target the broader Eastern Caribbean region. So
Eastern Caribbean?
Yeah.
You're going to jump past the country. You know, the entire Eastern Caribbean?
Yeah, including the Bahamas, of course.
This is exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So you believe that this, what do you expect to be able to yield from that in terms of this concept and idea about the fintech? What do you expect to be able to come out, the overarching objective of being able to teach kids about this? What do you expect to see change over the next 5 years if they take to the program?
My goal is to create a pipeline of young children who may not know anything about finances to them becoming financially confident. That's my goal.
Really?
Yes.
One of the things that's been very disappointing that you mentioned when you were in New York, everything is easily accessible, resources and so forth and so on. In the Bahamas, you don't necessarily have that. Everything is, you know, you're separated from these particular things.
Yeah.
The discouraging factor for a great deal of persons who are entrepreneurs is access to capital.
For sure.
They've been having issues with that. Is there any path, maybe in your app that you're being able to develop, is there any path for persons to be able to be more enthusiastic about it if they can see an outcome to say, hey, listen, I know I can get funding for this particular project if I take these particular steps?
It's in the works. So we have garnered some interest from adult Bahamians as well who want to learn more about finances. So we're hoping to combine it in there. So yeah.
That's excellent. Haley, tell me a little bit more about yourself. I know we got 2 more minutes, but let persons know the Finsight was very exciting. Is there a website the person can go to, or just your link tree?
Yep, Finsight, FINSIGHTLITE.com, and that's where you find the kids' platform. And ever since I've been home, again, there's been so many people reaching out about...
Did you just do Finsight since you came on a month ago?
No, so I was working on it in New York.
Oh, you were working on it the entire time?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is exciting stuff, man. All right, so if you, I suppose there's always room for more partners. There's always room for investors. And investors out there listening to you right now, other persons saying they like this young lady, I want to be able to support her. How can they do that?
I guess they can reach out to me at my email, Haley, Hailey, at finsight-ltd.com.
LTE?
LTD.
LTD, limited. Haley at finsightltd.com. Haley, I want to thank you so very kindly for being able to sit with us. I really enjoyed this conversation with you. I hope I didn't talk you tired?
No.
I really enjoyed this conversation with you. I'd like to invite you to be able to come back sometime if you want to be able to talk about your stuff that you're doing with Finsight or anything. I'd love to accommodate you with that, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, none other than Haley Butler. She's the future. I love it. That does it for us here at The Rundown. Make sure you enjoy your weekend and be sure to stay locked in right here at ZNS Network. For the Bahamas Tonight at 11 p.m. is the final newscast in the country with the latest in news and information from Caldwell Pifel. From all of us here at ZNS, I'm Howard Grant. Thanks so much for joining.
The fishing industry in the Bahamas brings in billions of dollars to the Bahamian economy annually. Behind these billions are the men and women quietly working the aquamarine waters. These fishermen depend on healthy, thriving marine environment to support their families.
I've been a fisherman from childhood. I grew up with my old man inside the boating industry.
Well, I've been a fisherman. I've been fishing different areas for about 30 years.
The Bahamas is renowned for having one of the most prosperous fishing industries in the Caribbean. Though the industry seems to be booming, fishermen are concerned about a decline in both the amount of fish and the size of fish.
Today and in the previous years, you would have to say, well, it's not the same. Say 10 years ago, fishing was very lucrative. You could have fished for 6 months. And, you come in with thousands of pounds. You could come in with 10,000 pounds. Now you're coming in with 3,000, 2,500 pounds. Sometimes if you have a good, you might come up with 6,000 pounds, but it's not like years ago when you come in with 14,000 pounds with lobster traps. So it's changed big time.
Bahamians can still reliably make a living off the sea, despite this apparent decline in fishery resources. A few years ago, Florida fishermen observed a gradual decline in the queen conch fishery. Without proper management, the queen conch fishery has collapsed in Florida and has yet to recover. Further south, in Jamaica, fishermen observed a similar decline in their marine life. To help protect the livelihoods of Bahamian fishermen, the Nature Conservancy traveled with the Bahamas Commercial Fishing Alliance and the Bahamas Fly Fishing Industry Association representatives to an international science conference in Corpus Christi, Texas. This trip connected experienced marine scientists, fellow fishermen from across the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico, fishery managers, and industry leaders from across the region. 5 Bahamian fishermen participated in this Fisher Learning Exchange at the 66th Annual Gulf and Caribbean Fisheries Institute Conference. This was a rare opportunity for major stakeholders to sit at one table to identify issues and collectively suggest how to address these issues, to share lessons learned, and celebrate best practices.
When I went for the exchange in Texas, I hope to gain a lot of experience from other countries and what they're dealing with, so that I can bring back here to my hometown to say, well, okay, well, these are what people doing in Texas or down in Guyana or Jamaica or whatever this and that.
I had hoped mainly to learn some of the different techniques that they use in fishing, see what types of fish they fish for, and compare the ways they fish with them compared to the way we fish for the same species here, as well as I wanted to have an idea of what they had in terms of stocks in particular species compared to what we had here in the Bahamas.
They have a system called a tag system. You can actually track your product wherever it goes. So when they pack these stuff, each one of those fish has a tag. So wherever they go, in whichever part of the world that they go, you can actually track your product. And I think also it boosts the value.
The Bahamian group had the opportunity to speak directly with the fishermen from the Gulf Coast and learn about their daily operations, including the vessels they operate and sustainable fishery methods that they employ. Additionally, the group visited one of Texas's well-known marine protected areas, Padre Island, to see how it operates and the benefits of this designated area.
I always thought marine protected areas were very important, realizing what we have, what those guys had and don't have now, and realizing that we still have an opportunity to preserve a lot of what we have or not allow it to slip away from us.
After seeing what Padre Island had, I think that the Bahamas could do similar things to generate funds. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, with their own crafts, souvenirs, and you could turn them into, like print shirts and so on. Like, we have like Exumaland and Sea Park, like stuff like that. They have the shirts that you could sell, and they have them here. I think it can.
Well, we can use our straw market where we sell all these Bahamian-made wares and stuff, but we can do it at these marine protected areas. We can do it at on a much smaller scale, and we do it in an environmentally friendly way, but we allow Bahamians to sell Bahamian-made craft, again, in an environmentally friendly way, but we allow them an opportunity to profit in a real big way from this.
Establishing marine protected areas and performing other marine management activities are common internationally. In the Bahamas, the Nature Conservancy is working with conservation partners and the government to help protect the livelihoods of fishermen by researching which areas should be protected and consulting with fishermen and other stakeholders about how to protect these areas. All stakeholders, including community members, fishermen, and the government, must be actively involved in efforts to help maintain a healthy environment to ensure the sustainability of our marine resources.
We are lucky here in the Bahamas because what I've learned